let's stick on the Devils here for a minute. The Devils' franchise record-tying 13-game win streak came to an end the other night when the Devils lost a 2-1 game versus the Toronto Maple Leafs, while also having a hat trick of their own goals overturned. Devils fans loved this and began to throw trash onto the ice after the third goal of the night had been disallowed. Eric Holo was out there trying to calm the crowd down. Mitch Marner was dodging full cans of beer. They sent all the Maple Leafs players down the tunnel to clear out for a minute. Everything ended up getting settled down and the game continued, but let's take a look at the 3 goals that were overturned here. So the first goal of the night, goalie interference. I believe the player was Bastian. I think that's how you pronounce it. He was in the crease a little bit. His right skate blade is right up against Matt Murray's left skate as the puck is shot to that side of Matt Murray. He goes to make the save, kind of extends, but kind of doesn't. And they do make skate contact, but it doesn't look like he really kept him from making a save. What do you think?
In slow-mo, it looked bad, but when you see it in, real-life play, it just... You would sit there and be like, oh, yeah, it's a good goal. But, when they put it in slow-mo, above the net, you could see, him in the crease, with his skate on Matt Murray's skate. That's, kind of, not letting Murray slide and move left
if he wanted to, but it, almost didn't seem like he pushed, right?
Right, no. But I guess in the crease... We talked about the rule, or we read about the rule, where in the crease, the goalie needs to be free to move wherever he is, and that's exactly where he was. He was in the crease with Matt Murray, and Matt Murray, with the skate-on-skate, wasn't able to freely move if needed to be, and he didn't really move, though. That shot that came up, he went down straight into the butterfly.
And kind of leaned into trying to make the glove save, but didn't seem impeded.
Right. So, I don't know. It was just kind of, for the first... in quotations, goal of the game, it kind of sucked to have it be called back. To make shit even worse is that, the referee reviewed it, came out, and then pointed at the center ice saying good goal, and was like, oh shit, I'm wrong, never mind, it's a bad goal.
Yeah, so the call on the ice was that it was no goal right away, they were waving it off immediately. Went and reviewed, and he goes, the call on the ice is confirmed, and then he says, good goal, and then he says, oh shit, wait, no, not a good goal, you know? So that kind of rubbed salt in the wounds. That probably pissed the fans off to begin with. And then goal number 2, Matt Murray goes behind the net to play the puck, rims it up the left side boards, doesn't take a look over his right shoulder and starts to skate back towards the crease. Gets bumped by Thomas Tatar. He's basically spun around, kind of flops like goalies do, which is really annoying to me. And then he's unable to make it back to his crease to make it save. Still gets a piece of the paddle on the stick. And then they review it and they say that's also no goal. What do you think there?
I didn't like that. Goalie's outside of the crease, full... he's just in play. Goalies outside of the crease are just in play. If you're going to run into him, that's a different situation. But in the replay from, behind the net view, Matt Murray, Thomas Tatar doesn't run into him. Matt Murray runs into Thomas Tatar, and then he falls. And then as he falls, he gets his stick out and redirects the puck into the net. And even as a goalie, I'm like, that's a goal. It'd be different if Thomas Tatar actually ran him, but... just rewatch the replay where it's just watch Matt Murray lean into Thomas Tatar trying to get back into the net, and then he kind of just flops. And I'm like,
Okay, so going back, the goalie is not fair play when you're outside of the crease. That's the rules. He's not fair play. You can't touch him.
Right. I know, yeah. Sorry, I just confused everyone.
So if Tatar hits the goalie, then therefore it's goalie interference and it's no goal, right?
I guess.
It's kind of set. That's how the rules are.
Yeah, but... if you watch the replay, Matt Murray is the one who hit Thomas Tatar. Thomas Tatar is trying to get out of the way.
No, they hit each other.
Yeah, I guess.
It was kind of like a car accident where one person isn't fully at fault, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just they both evenly split the damages.
Yeah.
I think Murray intentionally doesn't look over his shoulder because he knows the guy's zooming behind the net, and you know how goalies
all
fucking
of a sudden.
Yard sale everything the second they get touched. You know that kind of pisses me off. And then the fact that he was still able to kind of almost make a save, that kind of rubs salt in the wound. I'm like, well, buddy, if you didn't flop around like that, you probably could have made the save. You know?
Yeah.
But goal number 3, distinctly kicked in. It gets bounced off of both the Leafs defenseman and the Leafs goaltender. Never hits a stick. That one definitely needs to be called back. But fans just were pissed off at that point. 3 goals, 3 beers. I'm throwing mine. I'm throwing my 4th one. I don't need it. Fuck this game.
Beer. Fuck this game. Yeah. I thought in replay I saw Eric Halla kick. Obviously, Eric Halla kicked the puck. There's massive kicking motion, but I could have swore there was some angle where I thought it hit his stick too. And
Yeah,
then
no, it
got
was so
redirected
basically he's a lefty. He kicks it with the right to the front of the net.
in. Yeah.
It hits. He swipes at it with the stick, but doesn't get it. And then the other player that he was passing it over to on the Devils team also tries to get him with the stick.
But it doesn't
They're
get
looking at the cameras from every angle. Nobody gets it with a stick. It goes off of the Leafs defenseman, off of Matt Murray's toe, and then into the net.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like that one just kind of made the most sense to me. But just wild, and it kind of sucks to see, a franchise record tying win streak end because
like
of this.
that. Yeah.
But nothing I don't think is crazy controversial. It's just maybe don't fuck with the goalie, and now these things won't happen. Maybe don't kick the puck in the net. But 35 shots for the Devils in this game over the Leafs 20, and a 2-1 loss to end the streak. Man, it sucks, but all good things come to an end, and I don't think players really, at the end of the day, are like, well, we lost it, we should have won. Like,
Right.
we're on to the next one,
Mm-hmm. I don't know. You know what? You know what I could think of too is was that Eric Kami, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen? Remember we talked about who was it? One of his players runs behind him into the net, pushes the net out. Like the whole net is just dislodged, and then the puck still goes past the goal line, and it's considered a goal.
Mhm.
And that's one thing I didn't understand. Just like how I didn't understand the whole Thomas Tatar situation.
Well, the Thomas Tatar thing is written out easy, in the rule book. Like, that's set, cut and dry, set in stone. This one that we didn't put notes down for, basically, I want to say it was either the defenseman or the opposing team's player goes past the goalie into the net, barreling in, lifts the net off of its pegs. So the net's fully dislodged. The pegs are still there. The player on the other team comes in, takes a chance. It goes off of the goaltender's pad and goes into where the net would be behind the peg, so showing that it would be a goal if the net were there.
Mm-hmm.
And the refs call it a good goal for that reason, I suppose. But I don't know. We didn't really do any notes on it. So
yeah, no, fuck. I don't know, but that is just a shit way for the New Jersey Devils to not get that win, that game especially. On that, I think both the goalies. Vitek Vanacek has been unbelievable for the New Jersey Devils. I think he's played just on his head. Matt Murray's been playing really good for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's had a few weird ones that game especially, but other than that, I think he looked pretty good.
Yeah, considering the Leafs' frustration with their goaltending in the start of the season, I want to say Matt Murray and Samsonov have a 10-3 record. It was like a .91 collective save percentage. I forget the GAA, but it really wasn't all that bad when I looked at the numbers. 10-3, like, what can you really complain about there? But
right.
I mean, who the hell was playing goal for them? Because 12-5, they've really turned the season around. Honestly,
yeah,
6-1-3 in their last 10.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty good. 12-5-5.
Right.
There was a certain point where they just couldn't get wins, and Matthews took a while to get the monkey off his back of the first goal of the season.
Yep.
Things like that. But Mitch Marner, I'm going to touch on him later on, but